The reading this morning is from an excerpt of an old church history, from Hope Hallway's History of All Souls Unitarian Church of Tulsa from 1921 to 1971. And this segment is about the calling of Reverend John Wolfe. January 11th, 1960, at a special congregational meeting of record turnout proportions, candidate John Wolfe was called to the ministry of All Souls Unitarian Church. The interval that followed was filled with preparations that had the vigor of spring house cleaning and the thoroughness of a new broom. The old parsonage on South Guthrie Avenue was put on the market, and a new one, upon the approval of its new occupants, was purchased. The church itself was given particular care. The Building and Grounds Committee caught and repaired small problems before they grew large. As a stable and well-established church, we needed a greater interest in the affairs in the world outside, to assist other people without requiring them to lose their self-respect. We had recognized our status as institutionally adult and responsible to the society and our future. It also became obvious in 1960 and 61 that the contagious energy and enthusiasm of the new minister were already having an effect on the church life. A unification of membership and an increasing individual participation took place. Membership jumped by 55 persons, and a long-range planning committee was formed. Its projections anticipated a 25-member growth per year over the next 10 years. Thanks to the day and evening alliances, a new stove graced the kitchen. An addition was made to the pipe organ. Both a public address system and a telephone intercom system were installed. Lastly, while the new parsonage increased church property values by more than $10,000, the building debt was retired in the amount of $6,600. It is noteworthy that those ministers whose impact has been greatest on this congregation have traditionally delegated authority to the able souls of this congregation. So there has always been tremendous strength in the lay leadership. This year is no exception in any area of the church. The religious education department was now staffed by more than 40 faithful volunteers and had extended its Sunday program to a full 2 hours. Most significant in that year of 1959 to 60 was the emerging awareness and concern for denominational affairs on a national level. Almost immediately after Reverend John Wolfe's arrival, he introduced the beautiful flower communion service, which was to become one of our best-loved traditions. It was received wholeheartedly by all, except one small boy. The significance of the ceremony unfolded. "Everyone loves flowers," explained the minister. "I don't," exploded a small but belligerent voice from the back. "I hate flowers." "With but one exception," concluded the unruffled but grinning minister. Those 4 words assured for Reverend Wolfe the growing bond of affection of his congregation. In October 1960, Dr. Dana McLean Greeley, then president of the American Unitarian Association, came from Boston to officiate at the impressive installation of John Burton Wolfe as minister of All Souls Unitarian Church. His installation sermon was "A Religion of the Future." It was a gala occasion. The Board of Trustees hosted a buffet preceding the ceremony, and the combined alliances sponsored a reception following. The position was at last formalized, but the union was a fait accompli long before the official recognition. Thus ends our reading.